Primarily, it's to prevent decompression sickness.
And a clear indication of the enormity of the endeavor.
If you lose cabin pressure, the suit would inflate.
If you are unconscious, there are inflators inside.
During this time, your visor is going to freeze over. You will not be able to see.
Blade, so if you have to cut yourself down from something.
Now, we're nowhere near getting into one of these planes yet, but already we've got all this stuff that we have to know how to deal with.
The good news is you have an ejection seat. The bad news is you actually have to pull your own ejection handle to get out of the aircraft.
Even something like peeing seems like it's kind of a complicated ordeal.
Push down, lock it to the side, and you can begin your slowed, controlled urination.
I don't think that I don't want to be pushing or pulling buttons without really knowing exactly what they do. So it's going to take a little practice.
So why all of this complex equipment? Why is the U-2 program the only program besides NASA?
Absolutely unreal.
And the space program that utilizes a full-pressure suit?
The primary purpose of wearing this full-pressure suit is to prevent hypoxia.
Well, one is, of course, because it flies higher than any other normal airplane into what they call the space equivalent zone, above 50,000 feet. But more primarily is what happens to us when we go to that height. Our bodies have evolved to process oxygen properly from sea level to 10,000 feet.
How much is 8 minus 3? 8 minus 3 is 4.
When we go above that, we cease being able to functionally take in oxygen.
Put up the switches, we will die. Put up the switches.
Therefore, the suit and the cabin of the plane have to artificially induce the conditions of atmospheric pressure in order so that the pilots stay alive. That is a significant amount of technology to solve that one problem.
Let's pull down on the red lanyard.
It potentially could whack you in the face.
It releases a hook on the inside of your harness.
After a full day of intense information acquisition, day 3 dawns, and our raw recruits
Time to start training.
are getting physical.
Want to see the coolest part? Aha, look at that. Patch.
With a crash course in what to do if the plane crashes.
That's 3 weeks of Army Airborne parachute training right there. That's all you do.
Land.
This is pretty cool. We've just gotten walked through all of the different contingencies that could happen if we have to bail out of the plane at altitude.
This is very cool.
What happens when the parachute lands, how to land.
As soon as you land like so,
You're gonna break one of them.
something's broken.
Fascinating.
And most specifically,
There we are.
I just learned how to actually lower myself if I end up landing in a tree and I'm like hanging above the ground.
There we go.
And then lowering myself safely down to the ground.
Lower myself down.
Very nice.
All of this is stuff that I hope I only ever have to try here in the safety of this room.
It's been a long and exhausting day,
Bail out, bail out, bail out.
and the sheer scale of the task, technology, and expertise required to fly at the edge of space could not be more apparent.
2 words come to mind during all this: complex and terrifying.
Three days of information overload
The ejection seat we have was also used in the first 4 flights of the Space Shuttle Columbia.
and the rigors of flying the Dragon Lady are evident. But is it the hardest plane to pilot? To find out, the Mythbusters are being prepped to fly to the edge of space.
These are like my space jammies.
And despite the high spirits,
All right, sir, can you hear me?
Yep, I kind of feel like dancing.
the pressure is on, literally.
All right, bring you up on system 2.
Jamie and Adam have one final stage of training to be passed as fit to fly.
Oh,
You doing okay?
that's